It wasn't my brother, and that wasn't my grandma, were true stories that shouldn't exist. They say ghosts are just memories trapped in time. But what happens when they interact with you? Tonight, I'll tell you two terrifying true stories. About a little boy who shouldn't have been there, and a grandmother who walked without a soul. Story 1. The Ghost Kid. I was 14 years old, staying at my dad's house, an old place built in the early 1900s, the kind of house that creaked even when no one was walking. That night, my little brother was asleep downstairs with his grandma, and I was watching TV in his room alone. Everything was normal, until it wasn't. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a small black figure, about the height of my brother, standing in the doorway. I didn't panic. I just said, "Why are you awake right now?" But as I turned to face him, he darted away, running down the stairs. And yes, I heard the footsteps. Thinking it was just a prank, I shrugged it off. It was 1 a.m. I turned off the lights and headed to bed. But then, I heard it again. Soft footsteps, creeping up the stairs. I stood frozen in my room, watching the hallway. And that's when I saw it. A black figure peeking around the wall, watching me. It wasn't my brother. The moment our eyes met, it jumped back and ran downstairs laughing, a sound no 4-year-old should ever make. Still clinging to logic, I went downstairs. My brother, fast asleep in his room, unmoved, untouched. But then, heard it again. Laughter. This time, from the kitchen, near the basement door. And that's when I stopped looking. I ran back upstairs, shut my door, and turned on the lamp. And just as I did, the figure appeared one last time, peeking into my room, before sprinting away, laughing. How did it happen? All doors were locked from the inside of the house. I didn't sleep that night, and no one believed me, not even my dad or stepmom. But they had experienced things in that house too. They just didn't want to admit it. Story 2. The grandmother who walked without waking from bed. A ranch in Coahuila, Mexico. A quiet place, far from city noise, but not from the dead. I was around 10 years old or 11. My family and I visited my grandparents during school break. That year, my grandpa had a new recliner. I begged to sleep in it. He said yes. That night, at around 3 a.m., I woke up thirsty, and then I heard it. Footsteps outside the bedroom, soft, familiar, comforting. I turned and saw my grandma. I recognized her legs and her shoes. She walked from the front door to the back, over and over. I called out, "Grandma, can you get me some water?" She turned to the back door, as if to go to the kitchen outside. But then, she stopped. The door never opened. "Grandma, Grandma." That's when I heard grandmother's voice, from her bed, just feet away from me. "What happened?" I screamed. Everyone woke up. They searched the house. Nothing. All doors were locked. Everyone is accounted for. But I know what I saw, and I know what it wasn't. That wasn't my grandma. It looked like her, moved like her, even responded. But it wasn't my grandmother. What do you do when something mimics the people you trust the most? When a ghost doesn't just haunt a place, but your memory? What he saw wasn't his brother. What she saw wasn't her grandma. And if you ever wake up at night and see something that seems familiar, don't speak, don't follow, and don't blink. Because sometimes they're waiting for you to respond. Please subscribe and like for more true horror stories. Thank you.